My name's Kristy. I'm a fellow of the RSA. I've been for about 2 years. I'm a digital producer. I work for an organisation called Threshold Studios. We are creative media artists, producers. We make our own work. We help other people make their own work. But we work under the banner of creative media for social change. As Katie mentioned, we also run Frequency Festival, which is a digital culture festival in Lincoln. Specifically what I do, I design and deliver digital facing projects which align with our core mission of creative media for social change. I do a bit of being a kind of conduit between technologists and arts organisations who need support with their digital strategies and whatnot, and I manage our online presence. I'm not very good at snappy titles, so I thought I'd go straight to the point with what it is that I wanted to say, which is be an interesting human on the internet, find other interesting humans on the internet and do stuff. A quote that I enjoy, because I think that social media and social networking is ultimately about human behaviour. I don't think it's different. Real life and the internet are not different things, they are part of each other. And I think the people that are most successful in developing online networks are the ones that are humans. Talk to people how you would talk to them if you were looking at them in the eye. So in terms of what I believe are really important things to consider if you're looking at developing an online network is to think a little bit about you. What are your values? I mean, everyone here today is here for a reason. We hold a set of values. They may be very different, but we have them. And online is a great way to kind of talk to other people that might share those values. What interests you? Again, everyone in the room is going to have 1,000,001 different things that they find interesting. And a consideration of what it is that you have to share with the world, because that might actually dictate what kind of platforms you use. So, you know, if you're a filmmaker, you'd be looking, you know, YouTube and Vimeo. If you're a crafter, you might look at Pinterest. You kind of think a little bit about what the purposes of those things are and how you can use them, and don't waste time trying to be on everything if it's not working for you. Again, thinking a little bit about aims when we say we want to kind of build a network. Why do we want to build a network? Is it because we want to talk to other people about a particular point? Is it that we want to further a cause, raise awareness? Or is it that we just want huge follower counts? And to my mind, it's kind of counterintuitive to think about that, because a number is just a number. If you want a network that works for you, it needs to be kind of built around sort of mutual understanding and shared interests. You can have as many followers, you can have tens of thousands of followers, but what's the point? What are you trying to get out of it? Is something I think is always worth considering. Another quote that I really enjoy. I just think it's really important, because when we talk about our values and our interests, those are the things that are going to make us interesting, and that is what is going to attract other people. And I think we need to really sort of think about what makes us different and what makes us unique, because that's where your network is going to come from. And that might be you, or it might be your organisation. It is difficult sometimes to figure out that kind of tone between conversational and corporate, and whether you're you or whether you're an organisation, but you just need to kind of think about how it works for you, because it's different for everyone. In terms of values, one of the things that's really interesting, and I'm sorry I can't remember the source, but I read somewhere that the most successful content online, in terms of how much is shared, is that's perceived to be helping others. So again, thinking about your values and raising awareness, if that's what you want to do, just something to kind of bear in mind. And the rest is just tech. I think one of the greatest lies that we tell each other is that people can't do this and people can't understand it, because they can. If you're blogging, you're using a WordPress or Blogger or whatever, or you've got your own website, make it work. Make it so people can easily navigate it. Make it easy to find. Think about kind of your tagging, your search engine optimization, and where you're sharing it and who you're sharing it to. Make it look good, and by that I do not mean spend loads of money on design and branding. You can get really cheap themes that are really reasonably priced that look and work well. Just consider using strong images, and how you present yourself online I think is important, but it is secondary to the content. Yeah, you are what you share, and I think that applies that applies online as much as it does offline, and that's pretty much it. In terms of, like we said, we don't have a lot of time for questions, but if anyone wants to talk to me, I'll be around. I've deliberately not gone into real detail on kind of strategy or technology or practical tips, but if anyone wants to talk about any of that, come find me, or you can get in touch with Threshold here.